Okay, good morning, everybody. Morning, afternoon. So it's going to be a personal touch today. Hi. So I'm Yoni Engel. I'm the VP of Business for SmartPack by AlmaScience, and we say that we don't think outside the box. We think about the box. So we're developing cellulose and paper-based solutions for packaging and specifically smart packaging. We're an innovation lab and an incubator for technologies around smart packaging. It's a type of partnership between different stakeholders in the paper value chain in Portugal. We have over 30 people working on developing new and innovative solutions and commercializing them. And we, as you can see here, we have a few solutions kind of looking at different touch points in the packaging value chain. Today, I'm going to talk to you about SmartPack Engage. SmartPack Engage is a new and exciting unboxing solution that helps brands create a new type of engagement with consumers based on a dynamic packaging experience that contains no electronics whatsoever, based only on printing and inks. And I'll tell you all about how it works in this presentation. So just to kind of get the concept, we're talking about some type of interaction. In this case, it's a mechanical interaction. You kind of press something on the package, and an image develops on the package. It could be a message like Happy Holidays, or it could be the name of the person that gets the package. So we could look into physical experiences in the store or e-commerce where people can personalize what they're getting for their loved ones. So it could be kind of Happy New Year, Yoni, or any other thing you want to customize, or you could choose from a different set of designs. And once you get the package, you don't see anything. Only the interaction with the package is going to be the one that's going to expose that message or that image. So just to give some different concepts, here we have something that develops on touch. You could look into something that develops over time. So it develops over time, or you have something that happens at 8 p.m. and the rest of the image would only show up the next morning. There's all sorts of modalities that could be made possible. How does it work? In fact, it works only by printing. We print an ink path. There's an ink reservoir, and that ink reservoir is being released into the path by the interaction. In this case, a mechanical interaction, but could be other types of interactions. Just a small video for the prototype that we've made, kind of a first prototype. So here we're just filling different areas in a picture or a book or a package with color. It could be different colors. It could be patterns that don't exist on the image. So you could really have kind of a nice interaction with the entire package. Puppies showing up, elements that relate to the brand showing up on the package, all ink-based. Let's see what we get on the other side. Yeah. I guess that's it. So what could you use it for? And of course, that's just kind of initial brainstorming. Each brand can kind of come up with their desires and how they would like to kind of make that experience unique for their customers. But for example, you want to enhance your brand attributes if you're selling a premium chocolate. So if you're rubbing that car that's inside the package or something that's on the package, you could develop, if you have an orange flavored chocolate, you can have that kind of show up from the cocoa. And you can create a line for different flavors. If you're trying to create that sense of sustainability or nostalgia in the farm, the farmer kind of picking up the vanilla leaves, you could do something like that that develops on touch. That's touch, but again, as I said, you could have different triggers triggering that. You could have, and I would like to add that you could also have smell or scent encapsulated in these experiences. So when you show that orange colors and shapes, you can also release that specific orange scent that your chocolate has, for example, or your whiskey or tobacco or whatever premium product or tea. Whiskey, another kind of branding idea here. You have a palette of flavors that exist on the box, and you want to create kind of like a matching experience on the bottle itself. So once you open the bottle, you activate that ink developing on the package and create the type of dynamic experience that relates to what consumers see on the box. And not available yet, but even things like personal NFC activation could be possible here, where you have an NFC tag enabled in the package, and with a personal code, you use that to activate that experience on the package. So that type of technology has a different application in brand protection. So the same way we create something that's, in essence, this is an irreversible change in the package. And what we could do with that technology is basically create a change on the label that relates to the brand colors, the brand attributes. And that's something that, yeah, I'd like to kind of repeat that just so before it goes away, but in fact it shouldn't go away, it should stay. It's an irreversible change on the package. And that's also a brand protection feature that consumers can use when they buy premium products. Now, the nice thing is that it's very cost effective. It integrates into the printing, into the regular printing line at any converter site. So it's not something that requires necessarily buying labels from the outside or producing that outside the normal production chain. Any brand can basically work with us to integrate that into their converters line. And of course, other inks could be used, security inks, invisible inks, color changing inks, any ink that could potentially be used in brand protection could also be combined with that. So you have kind of a covert to overt type of solution here. So just looking at sustainability, so we're getting something that's almost an electronic display experience, but it's totally sustainable. So there's no electronics here, and in fact, everything is sustainable from start to end. So the paper, of course, if you're, I mean, it depends on what paper you're working with, but paper in general is a recyclable material. The inks that we're using are food grade. Any ink can be used, but the inks that are used in this are food grade inks. And ink reservoir itself is recyclable, and we're working on a biodegradable solution as well. So that doesn't affect whatsoever the recyclability or sustainability of the package as it was before. So it's a disruptive way of creating an exciting packaging consumer experience or unboxing experience. We work with brands and with premium converters to allow them to offer their consumers this unique experience. So we help, or we work with them to integrate that into their existing production lines. We have a basic function now of mechanical interaction, but we expect to release different types of triggers over the next year or two. And just kind of wrapping up, saying that this is one solution of the range of solutions we're working on in SmartPack by AlmaScience. And I think it demonstrates nicely our approach of what we call the appropriate lifespan, is that we create exceptional business value using materials and production methods that consider the lifespan of the product. So we don't create technology that outlives the package. The package goes to recycling, the technology goes to recycling as well. So if you look into any type like high-end finishes or things that are being applied today on packaging, they necessarily kind of change something in the packaging. Even if they're very minor, they still create a lot of waste around around transferring that high-end finishing to the packaging. In this case, you don't use more than you need to create the effect, and it doesn't change anything in the package recyclability. And yeah, that's more or less it about that. And if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer and elaborate.